Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. This is the Wellness Lifestyle Conference, and you are taking part in the High Vibe Tribe's live forum. We are Zooming here with you from all around the world. So whether you are here with us live or you will be joining us in the recording, in the replay, or anytime from now in the future, we just want to honor you and thank you for being a part of this. Yeah, so our goal, the High Vibe Tribe, is to eliminate humanity's insanities. You may have heard that before. We are here, our prime directive is to lift the vibrational frequency on the planet. And in doing that, we co-create with the 5 Ps, the people, the pets, the plants, the planet, and we've got a plan. So I would love to introduce to you the tribe. Ashni is in red. Hello, beautiful. She is our Zoom host coordinator. So she is allowing people in from the green room. She is monitoring that. Ashni is a breath specialist. She's an expert meditation, and she is someone who works with the Ayurvedic frequencies, and we're so blessed to have her as part of the High Vibe Tribe, and she is here with you today. So if any of this resonates, we can definitely pull some of her expertise in and let us know what you require. So yay, Ashni, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And Janie Smith is our galactic code. Yes, she's our galactic coder. So she downloads and channels in codes. It's not necessarily the light code, but it's a code that encapsulates the DNA, and she is here restructuring humanity's DNA for greater ease with the ascension process that is coming. So we are very blessed to have her with us. She has cards and codes. So if you are feeling called and this resonates with you and you would like some coding, we can definitely reach out. We've got Janie here. So thank you, Janie, for being a part of the High Vibe Tribe and offering your specialty services, capacities, and abilities. Yay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And Janie is from Arizona here in the United States.
It's hot already.
It's hot already.
8 in the morning, it's hot.
Now, we're in Florida and we think it's hot, but we've got nothing to complain about. And Susan Hayes. Hello, Susan. Beautiful. Hey. Amazing. We both have the same name. So I'm Susan S. and she's Susan H. So we can, when we're texting and messaging each other, who is who and what is what and where is where and when is when.
Most of the time.
Susan is our spark activator, and she activates the spark within us. Yes, there is her flame flower. She's a flametress. And the beauty of bringing all of us together, many of us are #1 international best-selling authors as well. Many of us have been doing the work that we've been doing for an extremely long period of time, like decades worth. And I should probably introduce myself, huh? I tend to just keep going and then go, I didn't really say anything.
But see how that works? I just sent it out, introduce yourself, and before the thought even left my mind, you got it. So
yeah, we're pretty telepathic that way.
Yes.
The message is slower than we are sometimes. And you probably find that, as well with your groups of people that you connect and communicate with. Awesome. So I know Susan is monitoring the chat for us. Janie is going to be our screen share, and Ashni is, bringing people into the green room. So if any of you see something that we need to, pop in, and anyone who's asking questions, let us know. So I'm Susan Schatzer. I'm a consciousness revolutionary, 12-time #1 best-selling author, the executive producer and host of a global TV series called Unlocking Your Limitless Life. And we are all co-founders of the High Vibe Tribe. And we go live on Fridays at 5. So later today, our time, it's 5 for you now, but later today, 5 our time, we will be live in our Facebook group, the High Vibe Tribe. So we're excited and blessed to have you all here with us. We intentionally left this space open to contribute to you. A lot of us facilitate different possibilities. We eliminate old systems and programmings. We eliminate anything that you have attached, any judgments, separations, calculations, computations, limitations. We're able to go back through all time, space, place, dimensions, realities, and universes. We took on whatever that was that fast. We can let go of whatever that is that fast as well. You know, no decades of therapy and tons of money. So we would love to open it up to you. If you want to unmute yourself, if you want to put your video on, you're welcome to do that too, or you can pop in the chat. We're all monitoring these different areas. What is it that we can contribute to you? What would you like to celebrate? What is not in flow for you? Where do you find in your life you maybe have a struggle? Or I know many of us resonate with this. You're kind of driving along, and I don't know if they have these in South Africa. Do you guys have speed bumps?
Yes,
We
have, yes,
we have
do.
way too many speed bumps.
Way too many, correct.
Okay, so you're probably like us then too here in the States, where you're driving along, you're cruising, and then you have to slow down to go over the speed bump so your car, you know, doesn't get scratched underneath and it doesn't get, you know, all jacked up. Well, we sometimes we kind of feel like that in our life, like we're cruising along and then all of a sudden we have to slow down so our life doesn't fall apart. Then we get over that bump and then we can speed up again. So it's like, you know, up and down and up and down and up and down. So, you know, who would like to go first? Who's got a speed bump? Who feels themselves slowing down to go to the hump?
So I wouldn't mind sharing actually a little bit of something. Not really a speed bump, but more a unexpected speeding up that this week, and it's so strange. I mean, I say this to my clients all the time, and yet I don't know if any of you have the same issue where you often will teach people how to do something and then forget to do it yourself.
Never.
You're the only one.
Never.
Yeah, and I mean, I keep telling my clients, you know, be more aligned, and this is how you do it, and this is the work you need to do. And I got forced to do some of that work on myself this week, and the universe just responds immediately with sometimes very unexpected blessings. And it's a good thing, obviously, but by the same token, if it's unexpected and you were really not expecting it anytime soon, you're kind of going, oh gosh, what do I do with this now? Like, how do I go with this? And you feel yourself pulling back and going, I'm not ready. And of course the universe is going, no, you are. And don't expect a speed bump because there's not going to be one. So just got to keep going. So yeah, that's been interesting with the energies this week. Has been a lot to process, but also in a good way.
Yeah, Stefan, you're showing me that you were like at the top of the hill and like you were just like no brakes on the car. There was
Absolutely. That's how it feels.
Yeah. Joyride. Yeah.
For sure.
Is this a stumbling block for you?
A little bit, because I come from a very corporate background. So, you know, I'm used to having very set routines, and, you know, you plan everything out to the nth degree before you execute something. So to have an unexpected push where it's just going, okay, well, now you need to do this, and it does become a bit of a speed bump but that's more internal than external, where I'm going, no, I need to slow this down because I need to control the process. And it's those self-limiting beliefs that you think you've worked through, but you haven't really yet. And they come out again and again. And yeah, it's a lot. So it can be intriguing and challenging.
Yeah. So like, how blessed are you?
Oh, super blessed. I mean, it's kind of insane how even when I see a, you know, a little bit of a stumbling block, like I see something not going quite the way I wanted to, it's incredibly um, invigorating to then realize that actually there's an opportunity just hidden behind that. You know, there's a huge opportunity just waiting to come through if you can just open your eyes and see it. Because I'm a big believer in, with the one hand God taketh away, but with the other he doth giveth in large quantities. So you just got to keep your eyes open for the opportunities, because the universe gives and gives and gives and doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's sort of like our biblical birthright, ask and ye shall receive. So truth, Stefan, has this been what you've been asking for?
Yes, actually, but I didn't even realize that I was asking for it, because it was when, so something actually happened late last night with one of my clients out of the blue. I had absolutely no reason to expect this. I hadn't spoken to them about it, and they go, "Oh, by the way, at the end of next week I want you to do XYZ." And I just was like, that's really strange, because I've literally been talking about this in passing with people, not realizing how deeply it obviously had resonated with me, because it was literally just in passing. It wasn't something that I'd focused on and said, oh,
Right.
I really want this to happen.
Yes.
And here someone's going, actually, I can help you do this, this, this. Is this something you would be interested in?
Yes.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, yes. I didn't actually realize that I was interested in this. And
Right.
yes, absolutely.
So you know what's
So
so cool about what you're talking about, and I love this because we're from 3D to 4D to 5D, that is what's happening right now. That it is an instant receiving. Many times we've felt we've had to create the goal poster and the vision board, and we've had to have affirmations and mantras in order to create that which we'd like to have in our lives. But now everything has sped up, and we're in the instant manifestation phase. So what you're thinking about, you're talking about, what you're talking about, you're bringing about. And so we've bypassed the talking about step. And so we're thinking about it and we're bringing it about. And that's where the thoughts create the things. And that's where we all are right now. And I so love, Stefan, how you talked about being in corporate, because corporate was designed to have you figure it out. You had to figure it out. And I know, Susan, you can speak to this because you and I both were school teachers. And so, Susan, what do you know about the figuring it out limitation that we have?
Oh my God, it doesn't allow us to recognize that we already know. We already have that inner wisdom. It's already there. And we're taught to think that we don't know and that we have to follow somebody else's rules, guidelines. Absolutely. The educational system is changing, by the way. Thank goodness, with this whole pandemic.
Yeah, because as school teachers, we were both first and second, like really young, every 20 minutes, because of their attention spans, every day, every 20 minutes, we had a new activity planned out for them. And it was very intense being an elementary school teacher. And I know when you come from corporate, there's a lot of goals and targets, and things that you need to hit, not only with yourself, but as a team. And to be in business for yourself and to have something like just show up because you had thought about it, it's like, wow, so cool, right? Awesome. Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. And maybe this is happening with other people. So is there anyone else on the call who's having this magnificent run from the top down, full steam ahead?
Oh my gosh, I'm receiving too much too quick.
Authentically, Nirvana said she has been hitting a speed bump and would like to share. Are you still waiting? Are you ready?
Yeah, she's unmuted herself. Please go ahead, and you can, if you wish, you can turn on your video as well.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I have just finished hosting my first Global Divine Feminine Roundtable. And also, just yay, I can
Yes.
also feel still the nervous energy about that. And I just had a chat with Tracy, and Tracy and I are very close, and we've been collaborating for many, many years. And so I was just sharing with her, and we were talking about, getting some feedback. And we were discussing about having a topic. She says, why don't you email the people for tomorrow? Send an email and let them know this is the topic. Prepare yourself, because the Global Feminine Roundtable is always, we're a bunch of people that connect with the 5D. We are talking about the cabal, the dark agendas, the ascension, the 5D, all of that. So, we definitely off planet, off our minds, off our planet, and I love it. And I'm quite confident in my subjects, but because this is the first time for me, I also feel myself a little bit intimidated, because now I'm connecting to people that I've been following for a long time. And so I see myself like less than, in a way, and there's certain people like Laura Eisenhower, which will be on Sunday, and I'm really overwhelmed by that she's going to be on my platform, and how how do I manage that? How do I step into my own power and hold that space that and even though I know we are all equal, we are all divine beings, like I know that in my spiritual mind, but now I'm in my 3D human mind. And so when Tracy said send that email, I said not going to happen. It's not going to come from these fingers onto that keyboard into that email. It ain't going to happen. My passive aggressive type of personality is not able who can confront that situation. I'll kind of just bring it up subtly tomorrow, and just kind of bring it in. That's how I kind of bring in very subtly. I might not even bring it up, depending on how much courage I have by tomorrow. I have no idea what happens. So that's what I find in my life also a lot, is that I can minimize myself very quickly. Although I'm a very powerful person, I can pick up the mic and I can speak, and I can be very, I can be very present. But as soon as I step into, I think, like even Stefan had said, step into my own stuff, like what's important to me, I reduce myself in a way.
Can we ask you a question, Nirvana?
Of course.
So how much longer do you want to be head tripping yourself?
Well, that's the whole thing. It's just one more day. Just one more time. It's that Aries mind, in a way, that takes over.
Would you like to eliminate it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really? Is that really? Would you really like to eliminate it?
You really want to get rid of it, or do you want to like hold on to it a little more, a little longer?
I think we have to. I think what I would like to know is, what is my payoff from that? What is my payoff that keeps me still connected to that? And so I think once I understand what's the payoff, which I haven't grasped yet, that makes me stand in my own power. So I haven't really gotten to understanding. So why am I still hooked into that?
Yeah. So that's that figuring it out. Like, you're not willing to let it go until you figure it out. Yeah.
Head stuff.
So, yeah, you're head tripping. You're head tripping, my friend. You're mind tripping yourself. You're tripping it up. So it's like, this is how much you can receive right now. Would you like to be willing to receive like this much?
Of course, anybody would. I'm willing.
Okay, because
we're not talking about anybody. We're asking if you are you anybody? Yes, but you.
Yes, no, maybe.
Yes. No, absolutely. I was just reading what Priscilla was saying. She's such a beautiful lady.
Oh, in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Janie has some coding for this. for you as well. But yeah, so what we kind of do is we're sort of like, we're okay, you know, A, B, and C, but if it gets to D, there is no way. We've decided we're not going any further, right? So what if D was all of the above? Would you be willing?
The choice. Sorry.
Would you be willing to choose D, Nirvana, all of the above?
I'm very courageous, all of the above.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to ask you to give me a number. And it's the first number that kind of pops in. It's not your favorite number. I mean, it could be, but not necessarily your favorite number. Any number at all, into the trillions or billions. What number comes to mind for you?
33.
33. Okay, cool. So that's 33 energies that you've employed to prevent you from moving forward.
I started with 7, then I went to 5, then I went to 33. That was the one it sort of is. Wow.
Right? So, you know, how much longer would you like to have them employed by you to prevent you from actually having all of yourself? Because when you're not willing to step in and step up, you're sort of giving away your power. You're giving away pieces of yourself. Yeah. So would you, because what you're showing me is that you're all together like gummy bears or gummy worms. Do you have that candy? Oh, you do. Okay. So you know when you open,
yeah, totally.
I'm in your reality. So you know how when you open the bag, they're all like glumped together? And so then you kind of pull them apart and then you can kind of eat them. So they're all glumped together with you. And so they all have a job. All 33 of these extra energies have a job to prevent you from not having everything that you'd like to have. So they're there on your shoulder, you know, giving you the thoughts.
Sabotages.
Yeah, that. So would you be willing to go ahead and let's destroy and uncreate all of the oaths, vows, fealty, communities, blood oaths, promises, contracts, swearings, and agreements that you have with them? Yes?
Yep.
Cool. And let's go through all time, space, place, dimensions, realities, universes. Yes? So would you be willing to also clear the ones that you are known and unknown to you, said and unsaid to you, and those that you're willing to acknowledge, and even the ones you're not willing to acknowledge? Yep. Okay, cool. So take a deep breath in, and all of us can do this too, because this clearing is for everyone who's employed extra energies to prevent them from moving forward. Taking a deep breath in, you're going to blow it out on 3, taking it in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So when you blow out, you're going to expand out. So let's rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate those. Taking a deep breath in. Out on 3. 1, 2, 3. Do another one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Susan.
Yeah.
I think something really cool to share, that synchronicity. Remember when I picked the glyphs, and this was glyph number 33. It was number 33, which is the number that Authentically Me Nirvana talked about. And so now I'm trying to get this so it shows up. So Nirvana, this is actually maybe what you want to activate within each and one of your cells, so that you are truly stepping into your power. Now that you've let go of all of that, now you've got that spark that you can activate within, that you now have. It's always been there, but now all that junk is gone, so you can actually see it and allow it to light up. And Janie has pointed out, and several of my high vibe tribe members, that it also, when you turn it around, it looks like a teardrop, looks like a heart space, it looks like a womb, creativity, spark. So I'm getting that this is a powerful glyph for you and others.
Sue, would you like to read what it says, what it is for?
Mystery. This attribute opens you to fully appreciate the mystery that is life in its perfection. So we're imperfectly perfect. We're perfect. We're already perfect. You're already in your power.
And let me tell you, Nirvana, Laura Eisenhower, she's a gem. She is just one big, yes, ball of love. And she will support you 110% with who you are, where you are. She and I have done things together, and yeah, she's pretty powerful. She's pretty potent, and she has a message for your group, your container that you have with your feminine for Sunday. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the synchronicity and how incredible that is. Always gives me goose flesh, you know, to see the confirmations. Awesome.
So
And
how do you feel now? Do you still feel mind chatter, or do you feel more?
No, I feel a lot calmer. You know, a lot. Yeah, yeah.
and I do too, thanks to you. So thank you for bringing that up. And like Susan said, is that you're helping to clear that for all of us who are synchronistically on the call, and well as all the energies around us. It's reverberating. So you've just helped to free up and clear many people and allow their spark to activate within. So thank you. I feel lighter already thanks to you. So I appreciate it, and Susan and the others.
I will mute out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Grateful.
Nirvana, thank you, honey. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you for being here on planet Earth.
Yes, thank you.
Multidimensional.
For being all, yeah. Susan, we had some a comment from Sandra. You want me to read that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Sandra, here with her husband Timothy energetically says, I have done plenty of work on myself and over the years and have made progress in leaps and bounds in my spiritual walk. I just find it frustrating that I still battle keeping calm and centered when I get triggered by those closest to me. I am learning and growing from each experience, but I'm definitely relatively stuck here sometimes. So yeah, Sandra, would you like to share? Do you want to put on your mic and tell us a little bit more?
While she's doing that, or if it's loud in the background, she may want to type it in, Susan. So Janie, with Nirvana, you know, tell us about some codes. I could see them coming in.
Well, and that's the fun thing with the codes is as Nirvana is talking, or anybody's talking that is looking for something to shift and upgrade, for the places of fear to disappear. Anne must be here. Again, I'm rhyming. Oh my gosh.
Love it.
And so what happens is as they're talking, the codes are already coming in and they're already shifting and changing, and they're activating the God spark that is hiding in the junk DNA that we have been, it was shut off. So that we would never be aware, that we would never be intuitive, that we would never truly uncover our gifts and capacities, our powers and our potency, that are our birthright. We were created to be enlightened. That's our birthright. And so what happens is the codes go in and they completely activate, shift, upgrade and it's pretty instantaneous. So it might feel a little bit wonky, it might feel really uncomfortable, but just keep asking questions like, is this what I've been asking for? And like Susan talked about before, what you think about goes in a chain reaction and you bring it about. So be really mindful of where your thoughts are, because that's how we create, is we think things into reality. So if you are trying, so the other cool thing is too, is when the codes activate your God spark, it's activating the power and potency of your true essence, like back to your very instantaneous creation of when you came into being a soul, a spirit, a divine you. So when you try to bring back the old stuff, it will come back in a very convoluted way. It's like, I don't know if any of you have watched Practical Magic, when they accidentally gave the bad guy too much belladonna and he didn't wake up. So they, Practical Magic was with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Yeah, so they practiced their magic, and they brought him back to life. But he wasn't him. He was more demon-like. So when your old junk gets clear, it's gone. Like, just really, really trust in that. Because when you bring it back, it is convoluted, and it will kind of screw things up, if that makes sense. And this is completely opposite than what we've been taught. Like, it takes a long time to clear. It takes a long time to shift. It takes a long time to let things go. And the truth is, it's all just choice. Yeah. So if you're saying, I want this to go away, trust in the fact that you want that to go away. And then when the old thoughts maybe pop back in, for you to choose old again, choose the old convoluted, because it's been deleted. It's been, disseminated. So look at those, thank you for coming in. Go away. Like, just, it's as simple as that,
Yeah.
done.
I love what you're talking about, Janie, because you are speaking of past and future. When you say like things are coming in, a lot of times, I know Nirvana, you were talking about this, like, our thoughts are stemming from our past, and we're creating our future and our present based on our past thoughts, feelings, and emotions and experiences. So we love to use this analogy where everything is a story, and we all have them. Like, we have our family story, we have our career story, we have our money story. And put in the comments, like, what are some of your stories? Do you have relationship stories? Do you have, children's stories, school stories, nature stories, panic, embarrassment, fear stories? What are people putting in there? That's exactly where I am, waiting for something to happen, trying to let it go, and it's getting harder. Yeah, take that story, right? And what we do is we've actually checked that out of the library. We've been reading this story, right? And we've had it running in our field, right? And so like attracts like here on planet Earth, we've had it running in our field, and we still have the story. And guess what? It's overdue at the library. Mm-hmm. And so we're paying penalty fees on it right now. So if you'd like to stop paying the penalty fees on the overdue stories and books that you still have, and some of you have them like all stacked up, like you need to get on the ladder to go to the second and third story, because everything is just like you're booked out. Like, you got all these like stories running, and this is the stories of the past, and you've got the stories, the worry stories of the future, like those are there too. Would you be willing to take those back to the library and check them in? Just let them go. No longer a part of who you are, what you are, where you are. Yeah, like eliminate them from your frequency, because then you'll have less of that you attract in. And then let the librarian archive those stories so nobody else checks them out. Like, would you be willing to do this?
Mm-hmm. Burn them.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? What are your stories? As Stefan, absolutely. Yeah, cool, right? So it's like immediate. You can kind of click, okay, wait, so is what I'm talking about like right now? Okay, no, it's past. Okay, bye-bye. Off to the library. You just fling the story right through the little, like, here in the United States, we have these little like swing doors or like little, right? Is that what it's called? What are they called?
Doors.
I don't know.
I
That
don't know.
little thing.
Put it in the bin and shut the door.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So you do that for the past and you also do it for the future. So anything that's coming up, because I know Nirvana, and I'm just using you as an example, honey, because you were so brave to go live with us first. And I'm not picking on you, but it's a great, amazing example. Thank you. That when we talk about the future, what's happening in our future, then we're also perpetuating that into our reality. Like we're bringing that fear in, we're bringing that anxiousness in, we're bringing that uncertainty in. And so that's what's happening. And we're also, yeah, so eliminate that, send that future book back, that fantasy, you know, that treasure island, you know, book pack that you got, you know, remember the Encyclopedia Britannicas? It was like A to Z, you know, it had like everything in there before the internet. Like some of us have that. It's like the money Britannica. You know, it's like we're beyond trilogy. It's like we have a point of view or a belief about, say, money, like that stems from A all the way down. So yeah, it's pretty amazing and powerful things that hold us back, hold us in our place. So
Well, and one little more piece on that. So when you feel those old familiar things start coming up, just kind of stop and ask a question, because for one, fear has been misidentified and misapplied for years as being fear when it's actually like excitement. So what if you're actually really excited to be talking to Laura Eisenhower rather than what you've been programmed to feel excitement is fear? And then, you know, you actually, you know, the codes are playing, the codes are doing what they're doing. And so moving forward, it's like, what can I choose now? And just keep asking yourself that, like, who am I now? What can I choose? And that will actually really help to keep you out of the old story too.
yeah, because you're asking a question and it's in the present. What can I choose? Like, is a now question. It's in the present. Thank you for that, Janie. It's always good to have these tools. And that's why we're here, is to fill your toolbox and equip you with things. So Sandra has raised her hand. Sandra, what is it, sweetheart?
Hi, sorry. Putting my mute on and off, and I'm trying to cook supper and juggle 100 things at the same time. So, okay, so yes, I just wanted to come back to my question or my comment, really. Yeah, I do a lot of natural healing work, and I do deal with people on a regular basis. And everybody always says I've got such a calming energy, and they just enjoy being in my presence, and they find that they can relax me. But I find in my own life, I mean, I am a very A-type personality naturally. I'm very organized and very rushed. So, and I've learned to calm that down a lot. I've learned to be able to just be still and all that sort of thing, which is fantastic. But every now and then, if I'm getting triggered with some old stuff, I just find that I actually completely lose my centeredness, and I sometimes just completely snap, get angry, things like that. And I you know, I'm aware of it after the fact, but in the moment, often I just can't sort of see it coming, and I can't seem to stop it either. And I find that very in contradiction with the rest of my way of being. And I know it's obviously at deeper levels, and it's things I am working on, but there's certain triggers that I don't even see it coming. And I find it very difficult to manage that, and obviously it causes stress in relationships as well. So that's another issue as well. But yeah, I'm just wondering how one actually gets to a point where you can maintain that sense of calm and apply yourself appropriately when your triggers are triggered.
Yes.
Sandra, I would invite you to ask a question when you find yourself like, crap, I'm here again. I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
What are you aware of? Just ask yourself, what am I aware of here? Because a lot of times when we're snapped into anger and whatever else that is, we're aware of a lie that's attached somewhere in there. Whether somebody's lying to us or we're lying to ourselves, or the whole situation just has a vibe that is in harmony with lies, if that makes sense. Because that's not your normal state to go there. So ask yourself, what am I aware of?
And I would like to add to that, Sandra, we have to be practical. We live in this body on this planet. Yes, all the spiritual advances that we're having and what we're doing, it's all great, the healing that we bring. We should not forget that we live in a body. So if things like that come up, definitely look at your food intake. Look at the things, how you're taking care of your body. Of course, being spiritual, I'm sure your mind is in a place where you're calm, but when when it snaps, like when something happens and it just triggers that, watch the food that you have just consumed, because there are all these different qualities in the body, and that's the practical physical body that we have, that gets triggered and they bring out certain emotions. So definitely with all our spiritual practices that we do, also be in balance with this body, with your environment. Sometimes it's necessary, you just like take a few minutes, go sit in cold water, just for yourself. So you have the tools, just be practical and still do what you're doing.
You know what, Sandra, too? Did you want to speak to that, Sandra?
No, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
You can carry on. Thanks.
So I love to use this tool. So when I get triggered, right? I can feel it coming on. That is your body giving you information. Your body is letting you know that whatever that thought is, whatever that feeling is, whatever that experience is, whoever that person is, right? Actually, it's an opportunity for you to let that go. And that is what is part of the, SHIT that's coming up for everybody, like all of us, like me included this morning. Getting ready. I have this thing with donuts. I don't know what it is. Like donuts is like one of my 4 food groups now. It's like a mainstay, like meat, potatoes, donuts. Like that's me. And I didn't have any this morning. So I was like, and I had messaged them all and I was like, who is in charge of getting the donuts today? Like, you're fired, whoever it was. Yeah. So, it's a blessing, right? Because I know we look at it like it's a wrongness, right? So what if all of this stuff that's triggering you is your strongness, right? What if we look at it as a blessing? Like, holy cow, I'm so grateful that this has showed up, because now I have the opportunity to let it go. And in doing that, you raise your vibrational frequency, because the longer you stay in anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt, like all of that is low frequency. But when you are able to step into the gratitude of it, like, thank you, universe. Thank you for letting me have this person attack me, or, take advantage of me, or embarrass me in front of it, like whatever it happens to be, like step that up, you know what I mean? And just go further into receiving a different possibility. Instead of it happening to you, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And laughter is one of the key things that'll shift your energy like right away. When someone's coming at you with anger, like, or you can feel yourself getting like at yourself, like, I did this wrong, this happened, that happened. And if you just start laughing, right? it shifts you instantaneously. Like, how many of us have done this, right? Yeah. And we do it with our kids. Like, we love to just mess with our kids. Like, they'll come at us with this like thing, or our spouse, right? Or our ex. And you just start laughing when they come at you with anger, and they sit back. They're like, what are you laughing at?
They don't know what to do with it.
They have no idea. They're like,
Interruption. It's interrupted. It's like, this is not how it's supposed to be. You have to like be angry as well. Nope.
You have to drama back. Why are you laughing? That's not funny.
I got that the other day on Facebook. I made this comment that I felt was very neutral, and then all this anger was coming out. And I thought of Susan. I posted laugh out loud, and then they were getting more angry because they couldn't believe I was laughing. But eventually, there were no more comments. They let it go. There were no more comments. So there, like Ashley said, it was interrupted. It was like, whoa, wait a minute. And it just stopped. It's magical. It's powerful.
It is. It is. Because you don't have to defend for your point of view and against theirs.
Exactly.
That's what.
Yeah, there's nothing right or wrong. It's just, it's a point of view.
Yeah.
The other thing too is the analogy that I'm getting right now is I think of a fan that as we're raising the vibration, we're ascending and raising the vibration of ourselves, the planet, the fan is going faster and faster. So any of that junk that was on there, those patterns and those toxic thoughts and those lower vibrational densities, they're ready, they're more easily wanting to be like, whoo, throwing off with the fan. So those triggers seem to be happening for all of us more frequently. But again, as Susan says, there are opportunities to finally really be aware of the trigger and the emotion, the story we've attached to it, these patterns, habitual patterns that aren't working for us. And so it's an opportunity to be like, whoa, there it is right in my face again, but now it's really in my face. What can I be aware of? What is this? What can I learn from this? What is this opportunity here to keep asking those questions again? It happened to me just before I got online here. It took me 45 minutes to get on this call, but I made it by 11. And because that old pattern of like, I don't know how to do this, I can't do it, because it's what had been ingrained. That has been coming up a lot for me. And I went, whoa, wait a minute. Yes, I can do this. What are my tools? Touch my heart, get the lavender, do that, what are all these tools I've learned even from these beautiful ladies here? And Ashley the other day was like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I could hear her in my head. I was on the call, but I usually go into panic mode, and I'm like, no, that's the old me. Not having it, no more. So I got that awareness. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what Janie was saying, choosing something else. Yeah, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Awesome. You'll need to keep us posted about this, on how you're doing and where you're going. And if you jot our names down or screenshot us or take a picture so you have our names, because we're all on social media.
You can also find us in the High Five Tribe on Facebook. If you haven't been there yet, we do Facebook Lives every Friday at 5 Eastern Time. That's American Eastern Time, East Coast. And it's always there, so you could watch our live videos as well. But this was great to have everyone tune in, and we hope that whatever we shared made an impact on you or helped you in some way. And ladies, if you all still have something that you would like to contribute.
Yeah, what else is there? Because I know we started 10 minutes late, so if we could go a little bit over, maybe?
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know. Priscilla, tell us if we're like, locked into 1 hour or not.
I did put the link to our Facebook group in the chat.
And
okay.
We'll be here tomorrow again.
Yes.
The same time. So if between today and tomorrow something else comes up, come over, let's clear it, let's send it back wherever it came from, and let's shift that energy. Because also keep in mind, energy is always the same. energy doesn't change. It's the same energy. It's just how we take it. That love energy is the same energy when it is anger, when it is sadness, when it is anything else. It's that same energy. It's just how we take it. So just wanted to throw that in there.
Yeah, energy is everything. You know, like we're made of energy. The food, Ashna, you were talking about is energy. The clothing we wear, the technology we use. Susan, that was a struggle today for you to get on, right? It's all energy. And Janie mentioned that, you know, it's our thought that creates things. It all starts as a thought. So yeah, like what if we're actually creating everything we have and be an experience in our lives? Like, would we be willing to acknowledge that? The good, the bad, and the ugly. So Kat, I know Kat popped in a little bit late. Hello, beautiful Kat. I know Dushank is on with us too. Yeah. Oh, you were doing a live show? Yeah, no problem. No problem. I totally get it. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so does anyone else have any questions of things that are, you know, struggling with them? I know we have an event that's coming up in a couple weeks. Janie, would you like to talk about it?
I would love to talk about that. Let me go back here before I share screen and we're all over the place. You have it.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the home and back. This is our companion journal. Priscilla will be speaking. Priscilla is one of our guest speakers. Show is Sharon, and Sharon's a speaker also in here, as well as Paul Williamson. So most of them are speakers who are in this conference who've had a near-death experience. So this is the journal that we have for everybody.
Yeah. That journal has been such an adventure, and it's been so much fun to co-create this with our High Vibe tribe. So what it is, it's a home and back adventure. We're talking about near-death experiencers and experiences. And our purpose, you know, is to demystify death and dying, to reduce stress, restore peace, and remove any fear you may have. You know, especially with the pandemic that is going on globally. Now is the time to eliminate fear. And so this is one of the places that popped in for us as a download to talk about death and dying and fear and shift and change it. And so that's what we're doing on our program. So you can, you know, hop on and get your tickets. And we have some amazing guests, and a few of them actually are here on the Lifestyle Conference. It's been absolutely amazing to connect from all over the world. Yes, so I will stop sharing. I will post the link in the chat so you guys have the link to register for that as well.
We all feel as though we're in service to humanity, the High Vibe tribe. And we've been called up to create things that would support humanity and having greater ease in being here on the planet. And, you know, with the pandemic that Janie was just speaking of, that talks so much about, you know, death, dying, separation, isolation, you know, sickness, illness, you know, it's created this frenzy of fear-based. And I speak in my speech here on the wellness conference about the 100th monkey effect. And, you know, we're a solid 8 months into this, you know, for humanity. And when the 100th monkey effect is when the critical mass reaches a certain point, it takes on an energy and a frequency all its own. So what's happening is the second wave and the third wave of the coronavirus, COVID-19 that they're speaking about, has the potential to actually show up without the pathogen being in our body, because our psyche has already taken it on. We've already installed the fear of it, therefore we're attracting it to us because it's in our field of frequency. So this program, the Home and Back Adventure, we called it home because people have gone home, crossed over, and then came back, and they're back in the body here. In fact, Kat, who's on with us, hey beautiful, she introduced us to Leo Bonomo from the UK, and he is one of our speakers, and he'll be our guest today on the High Vibe Tribe at 5 when we live stream. So yeah, thank you, sweetheart, for that. Love you, love you. Does anyone have any questions?
Kat's talking, but she's muted.
Oh,
You have to unmute yourself, Kat.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Sorry.
I saw you talking and I was like, oh no, wait.
I didn't realize. Susan, can I have the link for that show, please, so I can watch that or listen? Is it a video or audio show?
well, it's going to be an event. It's on the 23rd, July 23rd.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
for a couple hours. And I think Janie put the link in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got it right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
So before we pop off
I
today.
bleached.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, I bleached my hair today and I dyed it this lilac and it didn't work out. So I've got to look at my roots. They look terrible. I've got to do it all again. I just had to do a show with my hair like this.
You know what? It's very unique though, and I guarantee you nobody else has that hair color.
Probably not. Excuse me.
And it's awesome because yes.
Color it's supposed
Sorry about the coffee. Instead smoking. I'm giving up. I hope.
You should see the comments, Kat. Deshanka says, I was thinking that it looks cool. And Stefan says, oh, you look lovely.
Oh, let me look at the comments. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like you did that on purpose. It looks good.
Oh, I'll leave it there. It's just, if you look at the roots, so look, you can see where I've missed. See? Look at that. That looks bad there.
You know what,
I'll
Kat?
have to fix that up.
You know the purple that you sent me a picture of?
Yeah.
The purple color. Nirvana's going to show you her color. Here it comes.
You're
We can't see it, Nirvana. You're in the dark.
You can see the.
Yeah, I thought it was purple. I love it.
Which? Oh no! What purple? Who? Sorry. It looked darker on the screen. I couldn't see the purple. Sorry.
It's, you know, I've switched off all my lights because I have about 9 lights on.
It's hard to see the purple on the screen.
Yeah.
It's almost the middle of the night for that.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, I see now. I didn't see you before. Hello. That's amazing. Wow.
And it kind of like it like shimmers, like it changes, like a mood.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A mood
That's
shift.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
Unicorn lady.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we will be back here tomorrow.
Yes.
At the same time,
Yes, ma'am.
same place, same consciousness channel. Thank you, everyone, for participating today. If you have liked and this resonates with you, then feel free to, in the comment section, like drop a comment in there on our live page, the live stream page, event page, so we can, you know, offer that out as like a greater, more expansive possibility because, you know, when they hear it from somebody else, it rings truer for people than if we tell everybody what a great time we're going to have. They're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
I
tomorrow,
didn't realize there's 11. Oh, sorry. Is there 11 people in the room?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't
Oh,
know.
and I just showed 11 people all my roots. I'm sorry, everyone. On my hair. I didn't realize there was that many people in here. I'm showing everyone how bad my hair looks.
Oh, it's all good.
Now you're famous.
It
Your hair
is.
is famous.
You got the love hair. Your hair with Ashni's shirt. I'm
It's
telling you. And that's the flametress. She has her flame flower. Yes. Her
Thank you for
flame.
inviting me.
Cat, it
There you
matches.
go.
You are activating the spark within.
So until
Thank you
tomorrow,
for
ladies,
inviting me.
you're so welcome. We started at 11:11 and we're ending at 12:12 here in the States.
With 11
Okay.
participants.
Until tomorrow.
Bye.
Ciao for now.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Peace and love.
Bye-bye.